Hello guys, can you hear me?
Hi, Ram.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I can hear you.
Let us wait 7:28, so we'll start by 7:30. Okay, I guess two or three people are more.
Tell me how many are there in this batch, Ram?
I guess five or six, I'm not sure. And some has been shifted to evening.
So you're taking evening batch as well, is it?
Yes, I have the weekend also.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. Weekend what time?
Weekend around 7:30 to 10, 2.5 hours. Saturday, Sunday.
It is already started or yet to start?
It is started. Next weekend is last day of the weekend batch. After
Oh,
that.
is it? Okay, okay. No, because I thought like if you have a weekend batch, so I thought okay, shift to weekend.
What's on this? Yeah, hi Raman. Raman, is there an issue with your mic? Okay, so I guess let's start. If anybody is there, he or she will join later. Okay. So guys, all of you can hear me properly, guys.
Yes,
Hello.
it is
Okay.
clear, Ram. I can hear you. Yes, Ram, I can hear.
Guys, one request or kindly keep this session interactive. Even in the demo, also I have told you. So as we can't see each other's faces, so we can interact only by our voices. Okay. So as much as we interact, so better it is good for both of us. Sometimes what happen networks due to network latency or what happened, I just keep on saying and there is nobody is able to listen. So that's why I'm saying like this. Okay. So as I promised in the demo, this course will be a complete practical. Okay. So I'll be on my words. So I'll do each and there is a in our this is our course content. For each and every topic, there is a practical example. So I will create all the example in the class itself myself. Okay. And I guess video the session has been recorded, and the recording will be shared to you after the class by evening, same day or next day. Okay, because it takes some time to convert the video to MP4 like this. And second thing is, if you have any doubt in the class, you can stop me at that instant of time, and you can ask your query. Okay, it's nothing like you wait for me to complete the topic. You can ask whenever you feel there is a doubt. Okay, guys, is that sound good?
Yeah,
Yes,
fine.
yeah.
So let us start. Okay. So first chapter introduction. Introduction we have done much introduction in the demo itself. Okay, this is only first chapter. There is nothing much in this chapter. So from chapter second onward, we'll start our practical. Okay. Just for reference, we'll see to this PDF. Okay, and then we'll start. Okay. So from second chapter onward, we'll start our course. Okay, so some place. In this chapter, we will start with the process as I told in the demo. So let us go back to VP. Okay, so I have logged into the VP and this is my home screen as I show in the demo also. I guess all of you are in the demo class. I'm not sure. Okay, so as you log in the demo, so let me log in again. Better. Okay, so this is my Blueprism logo icon. Okay. So this is the home screen which came after the login. Okay guys, so as I told you, this is our development area studio. All our work will be done in this tab only. This studio, its sign is this. Same studio here, studio here. So as I told you, two main tab in this. One is process. Let me minimize this. Let me okay process and objects. Okay. So first two or three, I guess first four chapters from second, third, fourth chapter are done with the process, and chapter five onward will look also object also. Okay. So first we have the look and feel how the process looks like, how to done the basic thing with the process. Then subsequently we move to the objects. Okay. So we'll see what's the difference between process and object like this. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll create one folder for you guys. So what I did in the other training also, if you see my training folder, so night batch, weekday batch, weekend batch, okay, like this. I create a folder for one batch, and when the like course completed, I share the folder with them because we create all the process in the class itself. Okay, like weekdays batch, we have evening, morning, so this has been completed. Okay, so let us create a folder for you guys also. So how to create a process, just right click on the process and create process. Okay, so what I want to create a folder like this is called group. So just right click and create a group. Okay, so I want to create group inside this training. Okay, this is also a group. I want a one more group inside this training group. Create process and create group. Okay, I want to create a group. So what name shall I give? New morning batch. That's fine. Okay, so now we have created our group, and now we can create the process. Just a right click and create process. Here you have to give the name of the process. So I'll give the name chapter wise. Okay, or shall I give the name date wise? What is comfortable to you? Chapter 2. Guys, keep on interacting too, please. So after giving the name of the process, it asks for some description. So from first day, I always emphasizing to the trainees that always give wherever it asks for some description, ask for some name, always give the relevant name, always give the description name, so that since starting you have this kind of habit. I will give you one example. I will show you one example of one trainee who have created one process and how we had done. Okay, and why I'm telling you, emphasizing you, so that you have a habit of giving a relevant name, relevant description since morning. So guys, my process has been created uh, under new morning batch chapter 2. This is the icon of the process, this small lady. Okay, so I am double clicking on this to open my process. Okay, so this is my process. By default process look like this. When you open a new blank process, it will look like this. It has some toolbox. Okay, it is something related to window application when you work with any windows. Okay, uh, this is very important area. Okay, we'll learn all these are called stages, stages, stages. Okay, pointer stage, linked stage. Okay, we'll learn all this in our courses. Okay, there is something called main page. Okay, rest is blank, and there are three things: one this square box, one this round things, This is called start stage, this is called end stage, and this is called process information stage. If I double click on this process information, it is a property of this stage. Whenever you double click on any stage, its property will be open up. Let me double click on the start. Okay. Its property has been opened up. Either you can double click or just you can right click and select the property. Okay, so let's start with a very basic thing. So first we do with these two stages, pointer and pointer. We have seen currently a pointer has been selected. So you see there is some error is showing. Okay, something called validation. This is called reset, and this is to run our process. Currently my process will not execute because to run a process, all the stages should be linked. Okay, there is no link between start and end. Okay, so I select link stage. If you want to use link stage, drag and drop mouse from center of the start stage to the center of other stage, whatever stage is there. Okay, so like this. So if I hit refresh now, you see the error has gone. Okay, so now I can run my process. We have done nothing, just I'm show you how to complete a process. The flow is completed, and just you have to click this start and okay, we are just grasping the basic thing how to run the process. Okay, we have done nothing in this process, just we have learned how to run a process. For that, this is a basic thing. Your flow was not completed, we completed the flow and we execute the process. How to execute? We have to use this play button, and to reset the process you have to use this. When you reset, this yellow color will gone. Okay, so like this you can run your process. Okay, so this is called pointer and link stage. So let us create a one. Let us take one more example. So to work with, I'm now taking. So first we have done with this. So we'll do with this also decision calculation. Okay, in first chapter I guess only these are discussed. Okay. So let us take calculation. Okay, so let me do select link because it is not linked in the process. So link it first, calculation, and then now flow is completed. Okay, if you refresh, still it's showing some error. Okay, it's showing error because we have done nothing inside this calculation stage. Okay, so in the calculation you can do anything, any calculation, any expression you can write. Okay, so like this, you can do anything in this calculation. So before doing anything, have you heard about the variables or data item? I guess if you have worked with any other technology, in that you have used the variable to store some values. Okay,
Yes.
yes, okay. So in this to in Blueprism to store the value, we have something called data item. Okay, to store the
What
symbol.
error is it throwing?
Sorry,
What error is it? What error is it throwing?
error it is throwing that we have done nothing in the calculation because we need something here to store result in. That's why I'm discussing data item. Okay, let me show you.
Okay.
It show main page calculation stage to store result does not exist. Okay, expression is blank.
Okay.
So two error
Okay.
are there. This expression is blank, and we have not make any data item or anything here to store the result in. Okay, so to do the calculation, we need some variable, or even one variable we actually required at least to store the value. Uh, in Blueprism, to store the value in or a variable are called as a data item. Okay, to store single value, and to store multiple value, we have something called collection. If you see, its figure is like this, but it has some multiple figure, multiple of this. Okay, collection we'll discuss later. First we done with the data item. So open data item property, give any name, let's say result. Okay, here we select what is the type of data type, whether it's a number type, text type, okay, image type, or whatever it is. So here we will select date time, flag, number, password, text, like this you can select. So I'm selecting simple, okay, number type. Okay, rest thing I'm putting blank. Okay, I have created this data item because I need this data item to be here, because one data item need to be here to store result in. If you don't give any value here, it will throw you error. So suppose here I'm doing anything, 10 plus 20. Okay, and I want to store result in this result data item. If you see, there are also a list of data items showing, list of type is showing, and what type of data item is there. In number, we have one data item. Okay, you can simply drag and drop it to here. The result of this 20 plus 10 will store in this data item. Okay, so if I hit refresh, now the error has gone. Okay, so let me execute my process again. So I'm hitting this play button, this go. Okay, so I got the result as 30 current value. There is something called initial value. Okay, we'll also discuss that. So what is that? So our one flow is completed, how we are doing the flow. One more thing you have I guess noted, data item or collection, this collection and data item, these are not connected, these are not come inside the flow. Okay, these are not our part of our flow. They will store the value and provide the value in the flow, but they are not connected in the logic. Okay, and if
Yeah,
you,
hi Ram, I had a query.
yes please.
Yeah, actually, you have mentioned it as a data type as a number.
Yes,
Will it store the fraction decimal value also?
yes,
Because
that's
I could not. Okay, because I could not find any fraction data type for.
got it. 30.8.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Anything it, if you want to store any like name you want to store, then you can select as a text type, like text type. Okay, and here I want to give any name. Okay, first, first class. Okay, this is a text item, and now my result is of text type. Okay, execute this. I got that first class in this current value. Okay, so depend what's your requirement is, depending on that you will choose the thing. Okay guys, so this is done. We have seen the validation also. So validation give proper whatever the thing is there. Okay, if we remove this, as we already show, now we'll get some, now we'll get some error. Okay, there is some noise from someone's microphone. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I was showing you the what, how the detail that this uh, validation box is showing. Okay, so you see, it give us the page name. Okay, currently we have only one page. We will see as we go further, we can create multiple pages here. Okay, it give the page name, stage name. Okay, all these are called the stage, start stage, calculation stage. Okay, so it also give the stage name. Stage name is this. Type is error. Error means there could be three types, like error is there, warning is there, advice is there. Okay, so this is error type. Action is validate, and description expression is blank. Okay, so you can directly go to the like on what page, on what stage, and what is the error. Okay. And when you like work on the live projects, always keep an eye on this tab, because sometimes people don't because forget to look on this, and this number is uh, like keep on increasing. In one of my project, in the initial days, some of the people, so like associates were there, so they didn't notice this thing, and their number count around that 1600, 1700, like this. So 2 days they sit just to remove the error, because if I got the error at this time, I know all the logic, I know all the flow, okay, I can quickly remove the error. If you don't do this and you do after 1 week, you have to look inside this, okay, what I had done in this, okay. So like this kind of small things, okay, these are not you will not get anywhere in the like PDF or document. This come with a practice only, experience. So always give some relevant name, okay, don't use the default name, okay. So fresh, okay. Okay, so whenever you made the changes, or whenever whatever you did with the process, okay, when you go to save the process, okay, it will not allow you to save the process until you give the description, okay. Let me see what I'm saying, okay. If I don't give any description, just I use save changes, it will not allow me to save the changes. You have to provide the description. And sometimes, many times, people what do, they don't give the like relevant description, what they do like this, okay, or they do like the dot, okay. I will tell you this also. So why I'm emphasizing on this, always give the relevant name, relevant description, okay. Because when it is saved, so because suppose you made changes 50 times, okay, and if you have provide the proper description, in that case you will able to know that, okay, this time I've made these changes, at this time I made these changes, okay. Like these are same as a version. So later if you want to like look into this, okay, what change I have made, you can just see the description and you will able to get an idea, okay, I have made this kind of changes. And if just provide dot, you have to open the process and go to the page, might be there are 50 or 100 pages, okay. So like that. So first example, second, okay. So what I am saying, let me show you example also. Suppose uh, let's take a, this is chapter, this is one process, okay. So here we have given some description. So description what we give just now, let me show you where my description has been saved. This is our process, okay. I made this description just now, first example, okay. Like this, if your number increase like this, whenever you save, it will be save here, it will show here audio description. Here I give the dot, okay. So you will not be able to know that what I have done in this at this particular point of time. In second, okay, I came to know that, okay, I have worked with the session environment variable, okay. In this, okay, I got to know that process overwritten by importing the release. In this, I know I have done something with the session variable. So like this, I give the description relevantly. Always have a habit of, since starting, do like this thing, okay. So you have to save, and you have to always, whenever it asks for description or name of the any stage, name of the data item, name of pages, main pages, you can't change the name of main page. And other, how to create the other pages, just right click on this and create new page. By default it come as a page one. You have to give the name relevantly, whatever your page is. Let me do with the page one itself. You see, the page one has been created, okay. So we'll discuss it later. Let me delete at this time, okay. This is clear, guys. Shall I take to another stage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let us take.
One quick check.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Ram, how many revisions you can have, and you can open a previous revisions as well?
Sorry. Could you please repeat? How
Uh,
many?
how many revisions you can have? So you have showed us some processes, right? Where you're given a descriptions,
Yes. I
and
show you this one.
yeah,
Okay.
so Yes, yeah. Can you open a previous, process and see what, how was it and what changes we
See,
have done?
even you can compare this, like just do this and select this and
Mm-hmm.
do compare. Okay, like this.
Okay.
Okay, whatever changes there, you will able to see, like view, uh, next difference. Okay, so there is no any differences. You have to keep on. I guess there is no on this page. Okay, if it is there, it will show in the yellow or the orange color. So in this, I guess only I have made changes. I have just do a save, nothing else. Okay, so let me
Okay.
compare this and with this one. Okay. So in this way, that's why I'm saying it is not just name, it is complete version. So if you provide the proper name, you will just able to know by seeing the name only. Otherwise, you have to open each and every process, each and every pages. Okay, so like this, next, like this. Okay, so this complete page is not there. Okay, environment variable. Okay, so like this, it will show in some color.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a new stage, decision. Okay, so guys, as we are working with, like, you can add anything. Just for example, I'm taking. Okay, don't bother this. Okay, I'm just linking over this to this to this, and this to this. Okay, my flow has been completed. However, I have not provided anything in the calculation. Okay, uh, okay, currently it is only in in single line, or it could be anything here, but it is a single flow like this. Start from here, and we go like this in a single row. Okay, but in a real life project, it will not like this. Okay, you might have some business requirement, you might have some logic. Based on that, your flow will be going many direction. Okay, so for that, we have decision stage. So if you see, let me take one more. From start stage, we can have only one outbound. I can have multiple outbound. From calculation stage also, I can't have multiple outbound or two outbound. It have only one inbound and one outbound. If I drag and drop link from this will be removed. Okay, only one outbound it can have. Okay, so there is one more stage called decision. It has two outbound. Depend on the situation, you can go to any direction. Let me see what I'm saying. Okay, so let me. I join start with decision. I join decision with the calculation. Okay. You see there is something called yes. Okay, I join this with this. Decision can have multiple things. One more thing, every process start from the start stage, okay, and end at the end stage. Every page have one start stage, okay, but it could have multiple end stage, but it will end only at one end. If there are multiple end, it will end at the first end stage, whichever encounter first. But one page can't have more than one start stage. You see, there is no option of dragging and dropping the start stage, but end is here. Okay, like this I can do the things. So there is option to have multiple two outbound from the decision stage. By default it come as a yes. Here we provide our condition. If that condition is true, okay. In case of true, where we want to go my flow, where I want my flow should go there. Okay. I want my flow should go to calculation stage if the condition is true. Okay. And if the condition is false, in that case I just want to go to the end stage. So likewise we just give the condition. And how to give the condition? It's this way. Okay. So let's give a simple, okay, if one is greater than two, okay, you have to give condition like this only, or it could be any expression, but you have to give like this only. So how should you read this condition in the decision property? You should read this expression in a question way, like whether 1 is greater than 2. Okay, so it will give you answer in yes or no. 1 is not equal to, so if this condition is false, so it will go to the AND side, and if it is true, then we want my hello to be print inside this result. Okay, or better, do a number, take it, change it to a number. Okay, if 1 is not equal to 2, then what to do? Only 1 plus 2. Don't bother about the expression, is very simple. Just we have to learn how to use these stages. Okay, you can do anything inside this. I'm just showing you how to use this decision stage. So in this case, sorry, I have not saved the condition. Okay, so I think the condition. So let me run this, see what happens. In this case, our condition is false because 1 is not greater than 2. Okay, we got the result as no, so it will go to the no side and. Okay, clear. So one more thing, what we can do. So let us change the condition. 1 is less than 2. Now our condition is 2. Whether 1 is less than 2, our answer will be yes. If yes, in yes case we want to do this. Okay, just run it again.
How to
This,
use variables inside expressions?
uh, just I will go step by step. That is the next topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this time did you clear? It came to here. Okay. So one more thing, you can change this condition. Okay, this time yes is there and no is there. Just right click on this, or you can right click on this also and click switch. Right click, switch. Okay, so now no is here, yes is here. Okay, clear guys? Okay, now come to the point. Somebody is asking how to use the variable. So now we came to know that data item are used to store the variable. Let us take two data item. Okay, call it x. It is a I'm taking number. So till now we have just discussed only we got the result as a current value. Okay, but there is something called initial value. We can also initialize the data item or variable. Okay, current value is what we got after the execution of the process. Initial value is what we provide to the process you work on this value before the execution. So this time we will give the initial value also. Let's give us sorry, 50. Okay. I am not providing any current value. Current value will come from execution. So let's call it y. Okay. Number, give it initial value as 25. Okay. Result is also number type. Okay. So now what we have to do? We'll work with the data item inside the expression. Okay. So I will change my condition. One thing to remember, using data item inside the uh, any like decision, or whenever you use data item in expression could be of decision stage expression, it could be of calculation stage expression. Okay, how to use the data item like in square brackets, like x greater than y. Okay, like this. Otherwise,
Actually,
otherwise,
last time you have
yeah,
dragged
yeah,
from the right
yes,
side of
yes,
data item, no?
yes. Why I'm just going step by step with keyboard, because
Okay,
okay.
okay, sorry.
So if you, I'm telling that you have to use the data item like this in square brackets. Okay. So the easy way is go to there and just okay. So it's came automatically in the square brackets. Okay, why I'm telling you to like write this, because as we go further and we work with the collection, in collection we got something called alias collection which are not defined. In that case, we don't have the field name. Okay, in that case, we have to type ourselves. So if you have habit of typing also, then it will be good for you. Okay, so if x is greater than y, okay, you can validate your expression also. If there is some error, okay, expression is valid. Let me remove this closing of square brackets. Okay, validate missing bracket. So you can check any error here itself. You don't need to run the complete process to get the error. Okay. So how to read this expression? Is x is greater than y, or whether x is greater than y? You have to read it like in question manner. Okay. So x is greater than y. Yes. In that case, what we have to do? Uh, let's do divide. Okay. And result will be stored in result. Okay. So let us run our stage. So we got the result as the x divided by y. And the result is to result stage. We got the result as a 2. Okay, let us execute.
No, no, you have switched
Sorry.
it actually.
Oh, sorry. Let me switch this. Okay. So I got the result here 2. Okay. So similarly, suppose we don't want to do and here. We also want something here. So you can do here like put a calculation here. Use link stage. Okay. Just do this. But it will be and at the end itself. Okay. Other what you can do, you if you don't want to use another end, better use you can use this also. Okay. Now after this and will be here. Okay, like this also you can do, but to make our like logic look good, like pictorial view you want, so in that case better use another set and stage. Okay, let me refresh. So what I want, so if x is greater than y, then we'll do x minus y. Okay, otherwise we'll do y minus x. Subtraction, and we'll store the result in result only. Subtraction, addition. Sorry, this is subtraction. Sorry, both are subtraction. Okay, let us see what happened. Okay, I got result x minus y because x is greater than 2. Let me make x less than this. Okay, now it will go to this side. Okay, I got the result. Here guys, any doubt up to here? Guys, any doubt?
No, no, no.
No,
No.
clear.
Okay, so as we told us how to use the expression, only only data item need to be in like square brackets. If you want to give any value, okay, like suppose other value, you can do directly x into, let's suppose x into 2. Okay, This value you don't need to give inside the like square brackets like this. Don't do anything. Sorry. So you can do the like where you can create the expression like this. Okay. So x is greater than y. In my case, x is not greater than y. Let me make x greater. Okay. So it 25. Y is 25. Make it 40. So I change the name. I have to do the value here. Okay. Let me refresh. X is 40. Y is 25. Here what I do? I x into 2 minus y into 2. So 40 into 2 80 minus 25 into 2 50. 80 minus 50 30. The result is a 30. That is execute. Okay. So main thing to notice like these value normal value need not to be in the square brackets. Only the data item value should be used in the square brackets. Okay. This is the concept. Because when you write the expression in that case this expression could be when you work on live project, this expression could be of multiple line like 4 line 5 line. Okay, this could include function also. Okay, many things are there. So here are function. We will cover this function as we go further in later chapter. Okay, like this to convert to lower. Okay, to like start with like trimming, removing error, removing space from end, removing space from start, changing to upper. These are called functions. So this function will also be discussed later. Okay, so this was our I guess only this basics was there in the first chapter. Okay, so we'll start with this second chapter. Okay, so let us do. So one thing this is done. Okay, so let me save this. Okay. So let me see. After each chapter, there is a topic called a review. In review, we have all the things which we have covered in the process. There's a review of that. So we will see that. Okay, whether we have completed all the things or not. Okay. Did you get this file or not, guys? Okay. So this is the review. Creating a process is like building a flow diagram. Okay. Toolbar are used to place, move, resize, copy, delete. Thing is like you can just do the thing like you can move the thing like this. Okay, you can cut it and paste it here. This tasks are etc. also available in the BP. Okay. You can just cut from one page and paste to another page like this. Flow direction is changed using the decision stage to work out expression. Okay. As I told you, the flow will not always in a one sequential line. It it divides the direction. Decision stage divide the direction based on the condition. Okay. Data item are used as a placeholder for value. Calculation stage are use expression to calculate new value from data item. Okay, data item can have an initial value and a current value. One more thing I like to show you. So its initial value is blank, current value is blank. Okay, in X initial value is 40, current value is blank. In Y also we have provided the initial value but current value is blank. As we execute the process, we got the current value of all these things. Okay, its current value will be updated with this initial value. Its current value will be updated with the its initial value. Its current value will be updated whatever calculation we did. Okay, let us see what happened. Okay, So first open result, its current value has been populated as a 30. Okay, whatever calculation we have done. Let us open X. Initial value is 40. Now current value is also populated. Okay, because the flow whenever uh, our process is running, that is called a session. When session is running, okay, it's work on the current value only. So as soon as we start the process, all the values are initialized and they will send as a current value. Okay, so when you go further further classes, we see that this value might be not coming from here. This value might be coming from somewhere else, some other process, some other pages. Okay, so that is something we'll learn. So this is something important for you, that it is populated with the current value. Current value has been populated. As soon as you hit refresh or reset, current all will be reset. Current value will be just empty. I am hitting a reset. This current value has gone. Its current value is also gone. Okay, y is current value also gone. Okay, guys. So a data item can have an initial value and a current value. Okay. So these are some basics. Okay, in this chapter. So let's start with the next chapter. Okay. So shall I make in this only, or shall I create a new process for this, guys? Shall I make a new page or new process itself?
I think new page is fine.
New page.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll give the name later as per the. So right click here, create new, and you can give. Let's give a name currently page one itself. Okay. I'll change the name later, depending on our functionality what we do. Okay. So one thing is there we have seen. Okay. My start has been, we have started from the start stage. Okay, we go into this flow and it has been ended. But might be this question has been strike to you or not. But if I from here, if I want to go back to here, or if I want to run it like 5 times, 10 times, or in loop. Okay, so we'll see that. Okay, that is something we'll do in the circular path. Let's give the name as a circular path. Okay, so for circular path, so even on this page, as you see, this page also, we by default we got start stage and stage, but they are not linked. So if you hit reset, it give me the error. It is not. If you run this, it will, sorry. So in process, the main page is, it's at the top hierarchy level. Okay, if you directly hit, if you are on some other pages and if you hit this, okay, the flow will start from the start of main page. Okay, but you don't want to run this page. Okay, you want to check only this page. There is something called select this stage, right click, set next stage. When you click set next stage, it will be highlighted with the yellow thing, yellow color. Okay, now it will start from here. If I execute, it will execute from here, but give me error because my link has not been connected. Okay, fail to find stage link from start, stage start. Okay, reset, select link stage. Okay, so now select this pointer, select this, set next stage. It has been set as a next stage to execute. Now execute. It is executed. It's showing end of subsheet without corresponding start, because in process, uh, the process start from start of main page and end at the main page end. Okay, so because we have executed in midway, so that's why it give me this warning. Otherwise no error is there. Okay, now this, there is a type called warning. Earlier it was error. As I told you, there are three types are there: error, warning, and advice. Okay, page circular path is not called by any other page. Currently these two pages are not linked. Okay, so this is something we'll discuss later. I just want to show you that currently no error is there, warning is there. There is something called page reference stage. It is used to call a page, okay, from other page. Okay, let's come to our point. We want to make a circular path. Okay, so circular path, I need two data item. Okay, so initial value provided as 0. Okay, and let's say max count. Yes. Suppose I want to execute this process 5 times. Okay, so how to do that? Take a calculation stage. Okay, and I also need one decision stage also. Okay, let me first link them. Okay, in calculation, what I'll do? I'll just add one to the my count. So I use count plus one. Sorry, plus one, and I will store the value in count itself. Okay. So when I execute, my count is 0. When it comes here, count will become 1. Okay, here what I will check, whether count is equal to 5 or not. If it is not 5, then I will again add 1 to count. Okay, like this I will again run this. Like this I will run 5 times. So expression, you can think whatever expression you want to. Okay, just we'll learn how to send back our flow back to the previous stage. Okay, so this is decision stage. Should we uh, count is equal to max count. Okay, okay, if it is equal, then I don't want to run further. But if it is not equal, then what I have to do, I have to just run it again. Okay, in no case I want one link from here to here. Okay, let us do, I want one link from here to here. But there is something, it's look very cumbersome. Okay, if somebody see, okay, someone coming here and going to there also. Okay, so for to overcome this situation, okay, you can do like this also, but it's not something looking good. Even you also got confused. So there is something called anchor stage. Anchor does not provide any functionality. It just give a turn inside your logic or your process or whatever it is. So from here to here, here to here, it just give turns. Okay, wherever you want to turn, just use the anchor. Okay, so let us see what happened. So what I did, I guess this is simple thing you all have done in your previous technology. If you have not done, then let me explain you. My count was 0. What I want this calculation to be execute 5 times. Okay, so I take two data item. One is count, that is initialized as 0, and another is max count. Okay, I want this calculation to be executed, this flow to be executed this times max, whatever is in the max count. Like one, it will be 5 times. So initially I just add 1 to count. Count was 0, 0 plus 1, 1, and 1 is stored in count. So now count is 1. I come to the decision stage. Here I am checking whether count is equal to max count. Count is 1, max count is 5. So first time my condition become false. Okay, no, it will go to no side. Again comes to here. So now count is 1, 1 plus 1, 2, and is stored in 2. So count is now 2. It again come back decision. Whether 2 is equal to 5, max count is 5. This time again my condition will false. Okay, again it will go like this 5 times. When it's become 5, uh, okay, when this become 5, 5 is equal to 5, yes, in that case it comes to end. Okay, so let us execute this. So if I click directly, you click this, it will start executing main page, but I don't want to execute main page now. So you have to select this and set next stage. Okay, execute this. Okay, this time no, it's go to no. CA, keep an eye on this. Okay, this also become changes, this is also dynamic. Okay, now it's become 3. Our data item now is not linked to the flow, but their value is changing dynamically. Okay, as soon as it become 5s, okay, so it come to the this. Clear guys, how to make the one more thing, let me show you. Any doubt in this, guys, any
No,
doubt? Okay,
no,
so
no.
okay, one more thing, let me make it like,
No doubt.
let me make it 15s. Okay, now it will do the 15s time. Okay. Or better first see the 2 times only. Okay, so now it will execute 2 times. What I want to show you, there is some like drop down beside this go button. So it is given this speed, how at what speed you want to execute your process, slow, normal, fast. Okay, so let me select this as slow. Okay, because it is slow set, that's why I have just taken 2, otherwise it will take much time. Set next stage now. Okay, did you find any change in the speed? Okay, so now let me do this. First refresh it. Okay, make it 15. Okay, and now just add a fast speed. Set next stage and execute. Notice, see the difference, guys. So this is how you can just play with the speed. Okay, let's keep it normal for our learning purpose. Normal is fine for us. Okay, guys. Okay,
Yep.
so so next stage is done. Yeah, something wrong. Let's change it to 5. Okay, there is something called breakpoints. If you have worked with other technology like .NET or Java, so I guess you have familiar with the breakpoints. Okay, breakpoints are used to stop our like execution at some instead of time at some particular place where we want to stop it here. Okay, suppose I want to execute this. Okay, I want this to be executed, but don't want this condition to be checked. Okay, I want my execution to be stopped here. Select this stage on which you want to put a breakpoint and put a breakpoint. Simple. Okay. Now if I execute this, this will execute it, but the flow will stop here. It will come here, but not execute here, but will not execute it, but stop here simply. Set next stage. Uh, Go. Okay. Breakpoint reached. Okay, like this. Just remove the breakpoint. Put breakpoint here. Okay. On anchor also you can put breakpoint. Refresh this. If you hit refresh, breakpoint will not go. Okay, so don't confuse this. Set next stage. Now this will run, this will run, this will run. Okay, it will stop here. Okay, it will not go further until you close this and play it again. Again it will stop. Okay, so like this. Just remove the breakpoint. Okay, Okay, so next topic is something called, we'll take the collection. Okay, so collection is something very interesting and important topic. Take collection. Okay, so I'm creating a new page. Okay, collection and groups. Okay, so guys, there is one more stage. Let's first discuss with the collection. Okay, loop is it. We will discuss loop later. First, we will do with the collection. Okay, so as you see, let's take a data item. Data item can store a single value of single type. You can select number and you can just give the number value, number type value. You can select text type and you can give the text type or value. Okay, I don't want this. I want to store multiple value. Okay, for that we have something called collection. So let us give you a look and feel of the collection. I'm double clicking this. Okay, some three tabs are there. These two things are common for all the stages: name and description. Okay, field, initial value, current value. Okay, current value disabled, initial value is blank, field is also blank. Okay, so let us create our first collection. I guess time is up, so let me quickly create the collection. Okay, first collection. Okay, so our collection is created. Field is something, if you have worked with like Excel or SQL, there is something called header. Okay, what are the heading is there, or what are the first header is there. Okay, so field is that thing. Add field. Suppose let's add three point. Okay, name. Name is of text type. Okay, and what else? Uh, Post fee, it would be of like number type. Okay, let's take date of joining. We take of date.
Ram, can we execute our automation from outside? Means without opening the studio.
Actually, when
Is it possible?
without opening a studio, without opening the Blueprism,
That's what. Without opening studio.
without opening studio. So when we are working with a live project, we'll not run our
Mm-hmm.
process from here itself. Okay, so there is
Okay.
something, there is somewhere called control room. Okay, your process will be executed here
Okay.
only. Your live project. You will not go to studio is only for the development purpose. Okay, live project will not be
Okay.
executed from studio. It will be executed from something called control room. Okay,
Okay.
we'll
Okay.
see in later chapter. So I was just creating the collection. So I have created one collection. Name is of text type. So you can see I have created three type of value and all are of different type. One is of text type, one is of number type, and another is of date type. So let's go to initial value. So initial value. So if I when I click the row, you see those fields automatically come as a heading, as a header. Name, course fee, date of joining. Okay. So like what our names are there. Okay. Let's take Ram, Krishna, Raman, Ravi, Shiva. Okay. Let's take okay, let's 1000. Okay. Anything you can write. Okay. 2000, 3000, 4000. Let's suppose data joining is uh, 6 November, so is 3rd November, Ravi days today, so take first one. So take what's the second November? Okay. So first November, second November, third November, sixth November. Okay. Let us make it large. Okay. We're showing first collection row first of four. Because it is having the four rows. A row it is showing that is our initial value. It is not a field. Field we have three. Okay. Sometime one in one class I just create the three fields and give the three value here. So they're confused. Okay, here it was showing one of three, whether it was field or initial value. Okay, so that's why I created four now. So in this way we have created our collection. Okay, so my collection is created. So how to use collection? Okay, we will do in the next class. So, okay, guys. So I just this is done. Any doubt in the collection, because collection is quite important topic, and something called loop stage we'll discuss in our next class. Uh, Loop is something special stage. It comes in a group. Let us see when I drop it, two stage will come. Loop start one, loop end one. Okay. So whatever come inside this will be executed that much time, and how much my loop is configured to, and loop always work on the collection only. If we see property of this, it only asks for the collection name, and it will show you a list of collection which are available on this page or available in my process. First collection is shown. Okay, and first collection I have only one collection, so it is showing only one collection, and it will execute only that much of iteration. Okay, which are number of row in the collection. Okay, we'll do this in the next class, guys. Okay, so any doubt in first class, today's class, or how you feel the classes are, our speed is bit fast or bit slow? Okay, we can set as per our comfort.
Yeah, hi Ram. I just want to see inside your collection because I can see that we can declare a collection inside a collection.
Collection inside a collection, where a collection inside a collection,
Yeah,
where this is only one
because
collection.
yeah, but you just click on the type and any of the type,
Which type?
the field name which you
Okay,
have mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah, text. Yeah, there is a first option called collection, no?
yes, yes, that you can do. That's come as a very later, because in that case, yeah, you have to just drag and drop some other collection. You create one collection. Okay, and you create your own collection,
Mhm.
and you can just drag and drop that collection in your this thing. Okay, that is something used when you're working with the Excel or some other database. Okay, that is something of later classes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, any other doubt, guys?
When will I get a recording of this class?
Recording, I guess by today evening you will get, because after this classes, it take time to convert the recording to MP4. Okay, that take around 1.5 hour to 2 hour. Okay, depend on my if my system is free or not. Okay,
Okay.
When will get the software to start, working on?
software access you have not got.
I've not got yet.
uh, Kindly contact for the Asha 24 team, what they have done. So like they have just installed the software on virtual machines, and they will give you this access to the like virtual machine. Okay, then you can just practice over there, even not for the class itself. After the class also you will be have access, okay, for your practice. So it will be good for you.
Okay. And for tomorrow's, so can we use the same meeting invite, or it's every day they'll send a different meeting invite?
A meeting invite, it will remain same for the, I guess, 10 days or like this. When it will change,
Okay.
they will send you a mail uh,
Mm.
prior to that.
And Ram, can you please brief yourself, so because from the demo sessions I could not join in the first few minutes.
Okay.
Can you please introduce
Okay.
yourself? Like,
So myself is
how many
Ram.
years?
Okay. So I'm
Mhm.
working as a solution provider. I just work with the clients with the multiple companies. So okay, I'm not just with the one company. So I do as a solution provider for the Accenture, Ericsson, HCL. So currently I'm linked with these three companies. I also took interview on behalf of this company on the like RPA field. Uh, in BP, I'm a solution provider. So I'm a corporate trainer also in Blueprism, like in RPA field, and in the Dynamic AX, that is the RPA of Microsoft, and previously in the .NET and SQL also. So this is a small introduction of mine. Okay.
Thank you. And how about the marketers for Blue Prism?
Okay, so as per your market, so we have covered this all thing in the demo class. Okay, so market is like next 5 to 6 year are just dedicated to this RP field. Not go to my word, just Google this. If you go to any site like any job site like Naukri or Glassdoor, just compare what are the hot field these days. Not only hot field is just see the like reviews of the analyst of this RP field. Don't go to the particular tool site, like don't go to the Blueprism site because they will definitely promote their self. Don't go to UiPath site. Just simply type a Blueprism review or like RPA review. So you will get the next 4 to 5 years are dedicated are for the RPA only. What I see difference now daily, daily each week I'm getting a name of the company which started working in the BP or started working in the RPA field. So many all the big company Accenture, Ericsson, HCL, Sintel, or what is EXL, American Express, Deutsche Bank, HSBC. They have like put their money in the Blue Prism. Okay, so I have worked for the client like HSBC and the like American Express. So banking, all these are banking giant. Even Nokia I have also for the BP. Okay, and rivalry Ericsson is also is come to the BP. So like this, all the most big MNCs, so they have put their money in the BP and they have just moved to this RPA field. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, guys. So we'll meet tomorrow, same time. Okay. So if you have any doubt,
Thank you.
first contact with the Astron Depot team for your software. Okay. Better get access today itself. Okay, so that you can practice something. Okay. If you don't get this file, just tell me tomorrow. I will just send the file. So, okay.
Okay,
I guess I
sure.
have
Thank
already
you.
shared with them. Sorry. Any doubt there? Uh, your voice is not. Your voice is not. Your voice is not clear. Could you please repeat? Hello. Hello. Hey, somebody was asking some doubt. Any doubt there, guys? Jaya Vardhan, I guess.
No, I'm not asking any doubt.
Okay, okay. You are not put to mute, so that's why I thought you were asking. Okay. Okay, so if you get a chance to practice today, otherwise, by in 2 days you will get access to the your tool. Okay. So what I do, because I made a folder for you guys. So why I'm making this folder? So in the last of the course, I just share the complete folder what we have done in the classes to the student, so they can just do the things and practice. Okay, like this, I made the folder for all the batches. I in late class, earlier class, I just share the complete folder with them, so that's why I create the name relevantly so they don't get confused. Okay. Okay, guys, so that's all for today's. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you. Yes, bye bye.
Thank you, Ram. Bye.
Bye.